Hey Supermoms! In this video series, we share with you how we found a gem of an investment deal with the help of a real estate agent, then close on it, we rehabbed it, and sell it on the market for a generously handsome profit of $83,000. Are you a new real estate investor? This video series is for you. Watch how we break down this deal step by step and discuss how we overcame some of the challenges. For those who are seasoned investment gurus, drop your wisdom nuggets in the comment below and share with our community. We love to hear from your stories. This is part 2 out of a 5-part video series detailing one of our real estate investment adventures. We even show you our closing settlement statement on this deal. Stay tuned. Do you remember our last episode where we discovered a golden opportunity thanks to the help of our superhero real estate agent, who we unexpectedly met during a family mountain biking outing? Now, that's what I call networking on the wheels. I'm curious, have you ever stumbled upon a business opportunity in an unlikely scenario? Enlighten us in the comments below. We ended that episode with a signed contract in our hands and a dream in our hearts. What do you think happened next in our saga? Closing on it, right? Normally, a closing process goes like this. The title company or the closing attorney will open file once the executed contract received, and you, in the meantime, will be obtaining funding for your purchase if you haven't done so already. Some of you may have the luxury of having a cash mattress, while others may need to explore different financing options. You will find the links to my videos in the description detailing the closing process with the title company and how you can go about in obtaining financing for your first investment. In the video, investing in real estate for beginners. Now back to our closing. Everything went perfectly well. The title was clear, no lingering relatives, and no bitter divorce in sight. But as with all thrilling adventures, there's always a twist, and the phone rang. On the other side was our superhero agent, Trailblazer. I'm sorry guys, the seller have changed their mind. What? It felt like dropping an ice cream on a hot day, or the groom didn't show up on your wedding, or asking for a waves at your hairdresser and ended up with a perms instead. I told myself to stay calm. Trailblazer, what happened? He told us to put this on the back burner and move on to the next deal instead. In real estate, setbacks are part of the process. They teach us to adapt and persist. Can you relate? Share your experience with us in the comments below. A few conversations later, we came to the conclusion that the seller still have a strong sentimental attachment to the property and not ready to let go. And that's okay. Patience, they say, is a virtue, and this game is a must-have skill. We stay in touch with the seller, providing them space, yet maintaining contact. A few months passed by with the rhythm of our kids' school's holidays, long, eventful, and full of unexpected surprises. We weathered all the storms, from the seller illness to family emergency. We were just there for them until the next phone call. This time, it was the seller on the other line. Havan, when can we close? And just like that, we were off the anchor and set in sail again. We breathed life back into the loan request, revived the paperwork with the title company, brought everyone back on board. It was all hands on deck for the final dash. And finally, here we are, our closing settlement statement Yay! And you probably see that I black out some sensitive information for obvious reason. But don't sweat because all the juicy information are still there. And this probably won't look like something that you're familiar with, which is the closing disclosure when you purchase your primary home. Keep in mind, this is an investment purchase, so typically it's done in a HUD settlement statement format. On the left-hand side, you will see the borrower or the buyer information, and on the right-hand side is the seller information. So let's get to it. So on the first slide 101, you see the contract sale price is what we said in part 1, $53,375. And then all the other costs that due from the borrower will be listed up here, such as the settlement charges from the borrower, which we'll list on page number 2. Right here, all of that information from the closing title company and the lender will be listed on there, but it sums up to be $2,566.31. Not too bad, right? And then the lender holdback in the amount of $51,309. You may be wondering, what is that? Well, that is the renovation that the lender will lend to us on this purchase, which we will go over in great details in the next video on the rehab process. So come back and see it. Okay, so scrolling down from there, you can see the gross amount due from borrower is $107,250.31. Now, do we have to bring all $107,000 some change to the closing? The answer is, let's find out. So underneath it is amount paid by or behalf of the borrower in advance. So not really paid for, but it's the credit to the borrower or the buyer. So you can see that the deposit or the earnest money that we put down is $550 at the time of the contract. And here we get in that credit back. And the loan from the lender is $83,747, which you can see here, principal of new loan. And then the prorated property tax from the time that the owner owned the property until the time of the sales, we get a credit of $1,571.92. That all sum up to a credit from the borrower of $85,868.92. So at the very bottom here, you will see cash from borrower. So it takes the difference between due from the borrower and credit from the borrower, and the difference that we have to bring to the closing on this deal is $21,381.39. I think we got that. So on the next video, you're gonna get to dive into the rehab, and then on part 5 video, you'll get to see how we tie everything together and show you the closing settlement on the sale, or actually the closing disclosure on the sale. So we're going to let you compare the buy settlement closing and the sale settlement closing and see how we come up with a handsome profit of $83,000. That's all I have for you today, Supermoms. I hope this journey is as thrilling for you as it was for us. Remember to tune into the next episode where we dive into the exciting world of rehabbing a property. So hit that subscribe button, give it thumbs up, and if you like this episode, remember to share your story below. We can't wait to hear about them. Until then, stay super moms!